Hello all! Today I'm going to take you to the country of midnight sun, Norway. I took the flight from Amsterdam to Alesund and from Alesund to Bergen to cover the beautiful fjords of Norway. I checked into Hotel Scandic Parken after midnight in the month of June. Next day, I visited the cute little port town of Alesund, also known as the entrance of the famous Geirangerfjord. It's known for the Art Nouveau architectural style in which most of the town was rebuilt after a fire in 1904. Alesund town is incredibly walkable. You can just roam around the city center, take a stop at Alesund church, check out the little museum around, and take the stairs up to Fjellstua viewpoint. The view from Fjellstua is unparalleled, and if you are in Alesund, do not miss the breathtaking view. It's wonderful. Day 2, I took the round-trip fjord cruise from Alesund to Geiranger. After a delicious breakfast in the hotel, I took the cruise at around 8 a.m. in the morning towards Geiranger. It took around 3 hours to reach the destination. The cruise trip is pretty expensive, which costs around €100 to and fro, but the natural beauty that one can enjoy during the journey is mesmerizing and unparalleled. On the way, one can experience the beauty of Seven Sister Falls and the Frieren waterfall, and numerous pretty landscapes and hills and small towns. I reached Geiranger around 11 a.m. The deep blue UNESCO protected Geirangerfjord is surrounded by majestic snow-covered mountain peaks, wild waterfalls and lush green vegetation. Thus, it's called the jewel in the crown of the Norwegian fjords. I had around 5 hours to explore Geiranger, so without much delay, I took a panorama bus trip of 1.5 hours. The bus took me to the famous Flidalsjuve viewpoint and to the Eagle Bend. After the short bus trip, I had my lunch in the pretty little town of Geiranger, and then I took the trekking path to explore the natural beauty. I climbed through the stairs to enjoy the view of Storfossen waterfall, and the view is awesome. Around 4 p.m. I took the return cruise trip towards Alesund. You can find the links of the trips and all the transportation I took in the description box. Day 3, I took the flight from Alesund to Bergen. After lunch, I went out to explore the city of Bergen. Bergen is the second largest city in the country. This picturesque city in between the 7 mountains and breathtaking fjords features colorful wooden houses on the old wharf. I walked through the fish market of Bergen and then took the funicular up to the mountain called Fløyen. Fløyen is one of the 7 mountains of Bergen and the one nearest to the city center. Once at the top, one can enjoy the spectacular views of Bergen and the surrounding landscape. Bergen Church is also worth a visit. Next day, day 4, I started my journey towards Sognefjord from Bergen early in the morning. The Sognefjord is Norway's longest and deepest fjord, extends more than 200 kilometers, and is also known as the King of the Fjords. I took one of the tours, Sognefjord in a nutshell, which included a trip from Bergen to Myrdal by scenic Bergen Railway, Myrdal to Flam by Flam wooden train, and a cruise through the Sognefjord and back to Bergen. The wooden Flam train from Myrdal gives a stopover of 15 minutes to view the charming Kjosfossen waterfall. From the viewing platform, one can experience a special performance by local ladies dancing in the middle of gushing water. The performance is based on the myths around the waterfall, and it is a real pleasant surprise to watch. Flum is a little village that sits at the end of Ålandsfjord, a branch of the vast Sognefjord. I had a quick lunch there and then explored the cute little village on foot. Flum is quite walkable. After spending some time exploring Flum, I boarded the scheduled cruise back to Bergen through the magnificent Sognefjord. Sognefjord is magnificent and a treat to the eyes. After the full day excursion, I returned to Bergen in the evening. Next day, day 5, I boarded a flight back to my base, Amsterdam, and concluded the 5 beautiful days exploring Norway and its famous fjords.